Bring your shoulders back.
Are you fucking with me?
No, I'm so
You're recording this, bitch. And she'll be like, look, my friend, she totally bought it. Look, I told her to do it. She did it. She's so fucking stupid. I'll be like, that's okay. That's okay. You got me, bitch. You got me.
Welcome to That's Why Podcast with Anna and Patricia, the show where we arouse your curiosity while we dull your senses.
Okay, you ready?
I'm just kidding. Okay, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Hello, Patricia. How are you doing?
Are we recording now?
Yes, we are.
Okay. We just finished these exercises that she was showing me. Oh my gosh.
Helps to relax your vocal cords and your neck.
It's a good thing that we weren't being recorded like video, because that was a sight to see.
And welcome all. Sorry, it's been a long time.
Welcome back, everyone. And welcome back. You've been out.
Yes, my dad had some medical issues. Patricia, what about... Oh, yeah, I went to Asia. Duh.
That's what I wanted her to mention, because it was an amazing trip. It looked like it was.
Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. It was so fun.
As we say in Spanish, casi nada.
What's that
mean? That means almost nothing. She didn't do much. She just went to Malaysia and all these wonderful places.
You know how much money I spent for Peter and me? For 3 weeks, less than $1,000.
What?
Yes. And we ate good.
Wow.
One bowl of pho with a Coke and, the jackfruit, less than $2.
How do people survive? That's crazy. That's
so
amazing.
I looked up some luxurious apartments, $400 to $600 a month.
Oh,
comes with maid service.
Mm-hmm. That's the place
and
to
all
be.
Utilities paid.
Wow. I didn't know that. Look, she's just telling me this for the first time. She already sounds like she was...
Oh, I miss it so much.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about it, and now you reminded me.
No. Listen, at least you got away. I haven't done... Well, have I been anywhere? I don't think so. But, okay, so that your parents... Are you taking a break from school? You're done with school?
I'm done with school.
She's done with school. That's a huge accomplishment.
I was finished with school. Oh my gosh, now I have free time. And then my dad's health declined. Then we went to Asia, and I was like, holy cow, this year went by so fast. So apologize, guys. Things happen.
Things happen, but thanks for hanging in there with us.
Yes, thank you. What about you?
Myself, nothing big. I mean, I've got 3 kids in college now out of the 4 that I have. My youngest has a full ride, and that's been really fun to see him develop because he has a music scholarship, and he's been doing, some stuff with his band. And he's a drummer, so that's been nice to go see him perform. And then my mother-in-law moved in with us in June, I think it was, or May. It's been wonderful. I think that that's the cycle of life, to give back. And I've told my kids that, don't you put me in a home. I will kill you. I will haunt you. I will do everything I can.
Or Bon Kwikwi. I will kill you.
I don't know who this Bon Kwikwi is. She's going to introduce me to it for the first time.
But she knows Angela Johnson.
Yes. And I love her whole skit with the nails.
Yes.
And we know that's made her pretty popular, right?
Yes.
Okay, but anyway, the point is that I'm glad she's here with us. My mother-in-law's here and things are good. Life is good.
And Patricia got a new master bedroom.
Oh, yes. It's beautiful.
Bathroom and a huge soaking tub. I'll be in there.
People, if you don't use your tub, you're insane. Like, I take baths at least once a week, at least at minimum. If I could do it every day, I would. But
you could.
I guess I could, but sometimes I just don't have the time. That thing takes 15 minutes to fill.
Oh my gosh.
Although my mother-in-law told me that, if you get water on demand, that always has... Anyway, so these are the new things that have happened in our lives. We're excited to be back with some fun. Today's topic is self-deprecation. I really feel that is something that I've heard everyone do. And what's sad is when I hear children do it, because they hear us as adults do it. Have you heard children say things about themselves?
Yes, they don't do it in a joking way. They do it where they really, truly feel like they're not worth.
I think they believe what they're actually saying. Self-deprecation is a form of self-talk that reflects a cognitive state such as low self-esteem or negative self-regard. And it says here that self-deprecating statements tend to play us down to peers, loved ones, and colleagues. So Why do you think that we self-deprecate?
Well, we did some interviews with friends last week.
Yes.
And they all had their point of view on it. But for me, I feel like self-deprecation is because you either want someone to compliment you because you're fishing for compliments,
Okay.
or if someone is making fun of themselves before someone else can.
What was some of the feedback, though, that you got?
I recorded it and we can play it.
Lovely. Yes.
give me
I'd love to
just-
hear it.
Just a minute.
Doo, doo,
Sorry.
doo, doo. Oh, wait. Is that copywritten? That's...
She was not doing that theme song.
I was not. One thing that I can say, I read where it says that when you're interacting with people, conceitedness is understandably one of the very last impressions you want to leave behind to someone, right? You don't want them thinking that you think you're all that. To avoid that, people have a tendency to downplay. And I gave this woman a compliment yesterday, and she really did look great. If you looked any better, you'd be looking like you're going to a wedding. And I didn't say that to her, but what I said, what do you use on your skin? Your skin is glowing. It's beautiful. And this was her self-deprecating attitude that she kind of got into, or mode. And she's like, oh, I was just thinking that I look so terrible. It comes across so disingenuously when you go to the extreme. And like I said, in my mind, I'm like, if she looked any better, she'd look like she was going to a wedding. She was right below that. And I thought that didn't make me think higher of you for you to self-deprecate in that manner. I would have respected her more had she said, you know what, thanks a lot. Just say thank you.
I feel like women are more self-deprecating than men.
I don't know that they're more self-deprecating as a feeling. I think men, since they don't tend to be verbose about themselves, they hold it in. It reflects in other ways. But women were so vocal about our flaws and all these other things, you know?
And then sometimes when men are boastful, they're cocky. Do you know what I mean? Like, if like
Pun intended.
Is there a clapping
How
one?
how apropos. Wouldn't it be cool? Oh, that's perfect.
I was like, there's one in here somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
exactly.
good.
They don't want to be cocky. Well, and that's why this said that you don't ever want to appear conceited. So you self-deprecate as a way to overcorrect that and not
Yes.
leave that impression. And depending on how you self-deprecate, I think that, again, it can come across disingenuous.
Let's listen to these recordings.
Yes, lovely.
Or defecation.
Why do you think people self-defecate?
Because they can't control their bowels. I think it's a protective mechanism that if you can make fun of yourself, then others won't make fun of you first.
Nicole,
What's that?
why do you think people have self-deprecation?
Kind of made joke of themselves because they want to hear what people believe in them. They want to dig out the good stuff from other people by trying to say how bad they are, and they're trying to fishing for the good stuff.
Casey.
It's also cool.
I like to ask questions when people are eating.
It's about like self-destructing, right? I think it depends on the person. For some people, it could be because they don't believe they deserve good, and so they focus on the negative. For other people, drama gives them something to talk about. We might see that in teens a lot, where it's a conversation piece, or it might be what they're mimicking. I think for other people, it's boredom. It's like an opener to a conversation.
I feel like people who are open about their vulnerabilities too fast want the other person to also open with them. So they're like,
So I think it's a form of like trauma bonding.
yes.
Where if I say something negative, it'll allow the platform for you to do the same. And then we can bond over that thing. While they were talking, because I've done it myself, of course, that they self-deprecate. They want to seem like they're down to earth. I get you. I'm at your level. I understand anything. And you know who I noticed does this more than anyone else is people who have a lot of money that didn't come from money, and they want to appear. That's just been my personal experience. They want to make the other person understand that as much as it appears that I have all this money and I have all these, maybe brand name things and fancy cars and expensive homes, you and I can still bond at a level of humility because I just dissed myself And so I'm more humble than I look.
I don't know anyone who was born with money.
I'm not going to name names, and they came from money. Some people acquire their money later, like right as they get older. They were poor when they were younger, so they do it for different reasons, but still they want to appear that they're more humble. And you're like, it's okay to admit that you have money, or you don't have to dumb it down, or you don't have to put it down. It's okay.
Yes,
it doesn't define you as an individual and your kindness. Anyway, and I think it makes people feel like they are more likable, right? And one thing that I feel that I do, that I've done in the past, is because I'm insecure, I can't accept the compliment that you're giving me.
Really?
Yes.
How does it make
My
you feel?
insecurity. For example, I mean, when I get dressed up, I look pretty good. And I've had people like, oh my gosh, you are so beautiful. And I immediately go to the things that I don't like about myself. I'll talk about my teeth or my forehead. Oh, but this,
or
you know
your
what
tongue,
I mean? Or my tongue.
Or your gums.
Oh my God.
Or your nails. Or when you cut your toe with the razor. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Those knows them all.
I'll point it out for you.
Because I don't feel worthy of the compliment, it makes me point out that I'm not worthy by putting myself down like that.
But then it's easy for you to compliment other people.
Oh, exactly. It hurts me to the core and makes me feel uncomfortable when that person can't accept it. I've had people say some outlandish stuff, you know, when you compliment them and you're like, why would you say that? So I'm sure, let me not say that I stopped doing it, but I've gotten so much better about self-deprecating because I realized that is also how I see other people. So it would hurt you. Like if you were to give me a compliment right now and I go off on my gums, my teeth, my forehead and all the things. And you're like, you don't have to go there.
Right.
And that's how I feel. It would make you uncomfortable.
I just said you're pretty today. And it's been 15 minutes. I gotta go.
Have you ever gotten angry when someone self-deprecates?
Yes.
Me too.
I have known a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm so fat and blah, blah, blah. I need to lose 10 pounds. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You know? Okay.
Right.
I'm done.
Because my girlfriend the other day, she said, you know, you can compliment someone on anything. Everybody can be complimented on. And that's true. Even someone who's really big that feels bad about them being big, they have beautiful hair, they can have beautiful eyes, they can have beautiful teeth, right? They can do a great job with their makeup. And that has nothing to do with their weight. But if you want to feel bad about something, you'll pick something.
What about the ones that compliment like, oh, she would be so pretty if she lost 20 pounds?
Yeah, I don't like those.
Then you're like, oh, what the fuck? You know?
What does that have to do with anything? She still is beautiful. You know, and I get where they're coming from with that. It's almost like when someone goes, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but, and you're like, oh, something's coming, right? It's like that. She would be so pretty if. And, you know, I guess some things could be valid, like the guy would be attractive if he got a haircut.
Yes.
I get it. But I think that sometimes we overlook the thing that we're trying to accomplish or compliment on and focus on all these other things.
I have never heard you being I could never say the word deprecating to yourself.
Yeah, I've definitely done it.
Really?
Yeah.
Not in front of me.
Well, yeah, maybe I haven't done it in front of you. And you know what? You make me feel safe.
Oh, good.
I think that maybe that could be a reason why. But I've had people like, again, you know, if I'm not feeling good about my weight or my body, and someone will be like, wow, you are so beautiful. I've had people say that to me. Now, do I think I'm a beautiful person? No. But I do think that I'm good looking enough where I could pull things off, right? I get decked out and I feel like I look good. And when they compliment me, I go immediately to, oh, but this, oh, but that, oh, my forehead.
Yes, got it.
Your hair looks so beautiful. Oh, if I could only cover my forehead, though.
Oh, my gosh.
Or whatever, you know.
Yes.
I get it and I understand where it comes from. I think it is something that we should work on, not do to ourselves. Because so many times, if we were to talk to other people, how sometimes we talk to ourselves or what we say to ourselves, we really wouldn't have any friends. Let's be real. And it's not good for our cells are listening to everything we say.
I don't think I'm self-deprecating. However, when I was young, I was aware of how beautiful my friends were. I'm not saying like I'm the ugly duckling, but I was never a beautiful, sexy person. That's not me. I've heard cute. You're like a ray of sunshine. I've heard that. But sexy and beautiful, that's not me. I don't
You
feel
don't
that
care to
any-
be
yeah,
that person.
But
I do want to be sexy. But anyway.
you are sexy. But I remember my friend was like, yeah, I don't understand. All the guys that I'm dating, they end up talking to you, blah, blah, blah. And I remember in elementary school, when I realized that I wasn't attractive, that personality meant more. So by the time high school, college, or whatever, all the guys would gravitate to the pretty friends. And I'm like, I don't care, whatever. But by the end of the night, the guys are talking to me because I'm like funny and I'm laughing and whatever.
But if you are attractive, not just physically, but yes, that is part of the attractiveness that you exude is your self-confidence. And it may either be self-confidence, it may be, I don't give a shit about what people think anyway, or maybe a combination of the both. Whatever it is, it's working for you. The ratio is working. But what is interesting is if you guys haven't seen a picture of her, she is attractive and beautiful. I see what you're saying. You're like, I'm not that model, sexy when I walk in the door, And see, I feel like I have more sex appeal than I have beauty. And that is attractive.
That is a great point.
And I can say that that is actually a little bit more unique because when I go out with other beautiful women, their beauty is what's striking. But I do have a sex appeal and I like it. I like anything sexy. I like it.
And this is a compliment. But when you walk into the room, the energy changes, not like, I'm going to take the air out of the room. You really have that gravitational pull where people want to be around you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I have heard that before.
Yes.
I like it because I love people.
Yes.
And when I walk into a room, it's about connecting and it's about having fun. And you know what I mean? And I like to get to know people. So I think that that definitely works in my favor. Now, one thing that I didn't get to while studying this topic is how do we really avoid? Because I feel like this is something that creeps in so it seems innocuous, but it's not. It's almost like a knee-jerk reaction. Like when someone's going to say something, you immediately kick in and you're self-deprecating. How do we avoid that?
There are some comedians that self-deprecate for their stand-up.
Yes.
And I want to show you some video clips of them. Angela Johnson is the one with the nail salon story. So Patricia knows that bit.
Yes, I do very well.
But she doesn't know Bon Qui Qui. So
I can't believe I'm just discovering Bon Qui Qui. Where have I been? Where have I been?
Because I remember when we talked, I was like, oh, I never watched SNL. I would watch Mad TV or In Living Color.
Yes.
And so she was on Mad TV. But let me show you.
Bon Qui Qui. I already like her name. You guys should see her get up over here.
I'm going to show the tips about how to be a comedian first. And then I'm going to show Patricia Bon Qui Qui because she's never seen her.
I've worn my hair like Bon Qui Qui, So I'm.
Oh, you did? You're
well,
like,
is people making fun of this?
She is on an interview on a show called Hot Breath Comedy Network, and they're talking about what makes a good comedian.
What is your quirk? What is the thing, like Eminem yourself, like from 8 Mile, where he comes into the battle and he just disses himself before the other guy can. He's like, yeah, I'm this, I'm poor, I'm this, all these things. And what's that guy going to say? He don't have anything to say now. You just clowned yourself. What are all the things about you that's self-deprecating, not in a way where it's like everybody in the audience is like, oh, bummer, should we give this guy some antidepressant pills? Like he really needs some help. Like not necessarily in that way, but finding the joy in making fun of yourself before someone else can. Like, let me just be vulnerable and authentic. Like I'm bow-legged. That's not real sexy. Like I'm insecure about my bow legs. Like when I put my feet together, look, they do this. And then I show everybody, like, so if somebody's in the audience looking like, oh, she's super bow-legged, and then I go, you guys, I'm bow-legged. Like, look what happened to me. Like, I look
it
like
depends
a
on
camel.
what you talk to.
And like all these things, and it's like, oh my God, she does look like a camel. And
Okay,
That's so funny.
That's Angela Johnson.
Yes, I love her.
I'm going to show you Bon Qui Qui. All right, so her character always says, I will cut you. And then she always says, security. So this is her.
Okay, so this was before or after what's
Nail
that
salon?
one? No, what's that girl that she's half Dominican? And she's really raunchy. She's a singer, rapper. You know who I'm talking about? She's pretty famous.
What year is this?
Because I want to know if she took, will she be like, grrr, grrr,
Oh my gosh.
You know who I'm talking about? I'm having a senior moment. And see, I want to say Lady Gaga, and it's so not Lady Gaga. I know who Lady Gaga is.
It's like a drink name.
Doctor.
I'm
just throwing out whatever comes to
What
it.
is her name?
She's half Dominican, you know what I mean? And Jamaican.
Gosh.
Shoot. And she used to be a stripper.
Yes.
And
what
she'd
is
be
her
like,
name?
I wonder if she
she's
got
from
it
New
from
York, and then she
Banquiqui.
was-
Yes.
She's that drink name, and then she changed it because they were like,
Licorice?
No.
Like what? Licorice Diva? Why
is it not in my main? It starts with a C, I feel like.
Okay, I'm going to put Dominican.
Cardi B.
Cardi B. Is that a drink?
Oh, yeah. The B is...
We're going to quit
the
now.
B is the...
Bacardi. Is
Thank
it Bacardi?
you.
Okay.
Thank
Gosh,
you.
I got something wrong.
Gosh.
Listen, you don't even understand that at this age, even a win like that is a big deal. Because I thought of Bacardi and it was right.
You were right.
So I'm going to put the mic down right now and I'm just going to go. Okay, So anyway.
This is Banquiqui.
Okay, I want to hear Banquiqui's. I cut you in. What was the other one? That's what sparked
Shakurdi.
this whole... Okay.
Hi, everybody. Banquiqui here. When I used to be on the show, I would always be calling out security all the time, like, security. You know what I'm saying? So I started thinking to myself, I said, Self, I think you should start a security company. So I did. Have you ever heard of Homeland Security? Well, this home girl security. Me. That's right. Okay, like for example, okay, let's say you on the phone and somebody interrupt you, like even if you on hold, bro, they need to go. If you holding the door open for somebody and they didn't say thank you, what? Bro, you need to go.
Oh, that's me.
The worst one. Okay, let's say you driving, right? Okay, and then somebody get in your lane, but you had it said to them, okay, girl, go ahead. Like if you didn't give them the go ahead, girl. No, call me.
Yeah, okay.
I will track them down and I will cut them. So if you ever feel disrespected,
does that ring a bell? Do you remember seeing
No,
her?
I haven't.
On
I
your
would have
free time,
remembered her.
Look up in Mad TV. She works at Burger King. She's like, Burger King, where you can have it your way, but don't go too far. Because, she's just like, don't order too much.
She got that attitude.
Yes.
I love it. Those nails are rocking, girl.
So crazy, huh?
Oh my goodness.
So
she could cut you. She cut you with them
her
nails. Yeah.
But that's her advice is be Eminem. Talk about your flaws. Talk about how you lived in a trailer and how you're poor. What are they going to say?
Exactly.
So I think comedians do that. Today's episode is sponsored by GetGlowingNow.com. Use promo code That'sWhy15 to receive 15% off your order. I've used Korean skincare for over 30 years, and now I exclusively use products from GetGlowingNow.com. Once again, use promo code That'sWhy15 to receive 15% off with free shipping within the US of A. This is a guy named Rick Diaz. Have you ever watched Kill Tony? Their comedians are vulgar. If you don't like swear words, don't listen to it.
If you don't like profanity.
Yes. But if you listen to
Avoid
our
it.
swear word episode,
Yes.
you'll know why it's okay to swear.
Yes, sometimes you need it.
All right. Well, okay. I'm here to bring the energy up. Oh, wow. A statue of me.
Oh, that was perfect.
I look like Spider-Man got bit by a normal spider. I went to the cinema last weekend, and I forgot to put my phone in silent mode, and nothing happened. Did you guys know that when cats know they're gonna die, they look for a very quiet and isolated place to die, away from the other cats? Yeah, they come to my place. One more? Yeah, I was in bed with this lady one time, and out of the blue, she pulls out a pair of cuffs, and she's like, "Cuff me! I want to feel punished." So I was like, I cuffed her to me.
You gotta see this guy.
He's really skinny, tall,
Yes.
lanky, nerdy looking.
Nerdy looking.
Yes.
And he's making it work for him.
Yes, but he is self-deprecating.
Yes.
So this is a comedian. Her name is Sarah Millican, and I think she's from Ireland. But she talks about self-deprecating, and it's hilarious. Okay.
The 7 signs of aging are this: dark spots, wrinkles, saggy skin, dry skin, dull skin, and visible pores. And the reason they're all skin related is because this is what we're told by skincare companies. This is not what my 7 signs of aging are. This is my 7 signs of aging. Number 1, you have more baths than showers. Mostly because you got more time, but also because sometimes things need a steam.
You just talked about that.
Agreed. Number 2, the menopause, which mostly affects women, but can affect some men who live with the women who are going through the menopause. And to those men, I say boo fucking who.
Yes.
One thing you might not know is that before the menopause is something called the perimenopause, and before that is the perimenopause, where they still get the hot sweats, but they smell of lemon and herb. Number 3, your neck. People look at your neck a lot more after you hit 40. My neck is fine, thanks very much. All I have, and it's nothing medical, it's nothing to worry about, is a line that goes across it from left to right. What it looks like I was beheaded a long time ago, and it's healing really well. Oh my God! The only trouble I ever get from my neck is that every now and again that line needs a little dust. Number 4, piles. Give us a cheer. No, don't. I occasionally suffer from piles. How I know they're bad is that my farts sound different. Number 5, you need a weekly tablet box. Give me a woo if you, like me, use a weekly tablet box. Loads of you. Sometimes it's the only way I know what day it is. Oh, Tuesday's tablets must be fucking Tuesday. When I collect my tablets from the chemist, they fill a shopping bag. They fill a fucking shopping bag. Now, the last time this happened, I bumped into a woman that I know. I'd call her a friend, but I wouldn't mean it. We've all got those people, haven't we? You know those people you don't remember how you got them in your life, so you don't know how to get fucking rid of them. She's one of those. She's not a nice lady. She makes me feel uncomfortable. But I bumped into her. She pointed to my thankfully unmarked shopping bag, and she said, have you been treating yourself? And I just said, yeah, because I thought, what's the alternative? What I really want to say is, oh no, in here are some anxiety meds that make this fucking conversation bearable. Also, if we do have any really young people in the room, a pillbox is not what you take to a nightclub. Different thing. Although, if you are in a nightclub, it's still important to take your meds, isn't it? My thyroid's not going to start working just because I've had a hooch, is it? Number 6, your skin. People look at your skin when you're born, and then nothing for 40 years, and then everybody's got a fucking opinion about your skin. A friend of mine said, your skin's nice. I said, thank you. She said, can I ask a question? I said, sure. She said, do you use fillers? Now, I'm about to tell you something that you might find a little bit disappointing in me, because I said, yes, it's true, I do use fillers. They're not the traditional kind. I call them cakes and pies. I put poison in your face when you could put lovely things in your mouth. I just don't understand the logic, I really don't. The last time I bought skincare, the website I bought it from said, because you've spent over X amount of money, entitled to a free sample. Great, I love a freebie. The one I chose, though, was purely out of curiosity, because it was called Youth Serum. And I thought, what the fuck is Youth Serum? Are they going to send me the skin of a child to lie over my own? And then I thought, what if it looks like teddy bear ham? I fucking love teddy bear ham. But also, Youth Serum to me sounds too much like teenage boys' jizz. Jizz. Your sheets are covered in Youth Serum, Jane, you dirty fucking bastard. And number 7 on my list of the 7 signs of aging is fuck you, it's a privilege to get old, because not everybody gets the chance.
You know, I love that line. You know, one of my favorite quotes is never complain about getting older. It's better than the alternative, which is dying young.
True.
I love it. You answered my question because really, I don't think you need to stop. I just think that you need to make sure that you have a good sense of humor and don't do it throughout the day to torture yourself. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's true. Making fun is different because you're lighthearted and you're laughing.
Exactly.
Rather than you're making fun of yourself so people can compliment you.
If you self-deprecate, do it in the name of humor, that you can have a good sense of humor and just laugh about yourself, but not in a way that kind of brings you down and brings the other person down that's listening to it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we have an inspo quote today, and Patricia is going to say it because she found it.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to make the font larger? Because
because I can't see in my eyeballs. Oh, no, actually, I can see it now.
Okay.
Don't wait for others to choose you. Choose yourself today. And so if you would like to be a part of our show, we would love to hear from you. You can ask us questions and share your story. We'll give you our unfiltered, unprofessional, and unqualified advice. Record an audio clip and send it into thatswhyshow@gmail.com, okay? So find us on Instagram and Facebook at That's Why Show. Our episodes are everywhere, so please follow, subscribe, and write us a review. We would love that. Voila. I love that. And with that, peace, love, and dark chocolate.
Bye.
Bye.